So, for those that don't know me, I go by Shonnie Brown on Facebook. Name is Andre Brown, and this is the Queen,
Oh, bad Troya.
Obad Troya, also known as,
Troya Bishop.
also known as.
Hey, hey, ho, ho. MC Cornbread.
Okay, we're gonna lay down for
Soup
right there.
lover, lover.
So, with that being said,
What your name is?
this
Sade.
young lady has managed to quietly publish five, one, two, three, four, five books since we graduated high school in 1994, and I'm very proud of her. I'm telling our age by saying when we graduated, but oh well, we get over it. We're grown folks now,
That's right.
grown kids and everything. We basically grew up together. We have a very big book of history if we wanted to put it in the storyline.
Mhm.
But that's not what this is about. Today we're going to talk about life, love, and happiness. This woman is my sister. I've learned a lot from her. She's been a guidance counselor for me at times in relationships,
And vice versa.
and I hope vice versa. She's taught me a lot, and I'm hoping that you, the people, go out and support her by buying her book, her latest book, that we're going to talk about today, and you learn a lot from her as well. So, with that being said, Troy, can I have your name and credentials for the people, please?
Yes, my name is Troya Bishop. I went to Central High School. I graduated in 1994.
Central High School of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, by the
I'm
way.
proud of it. Let's see. I went to Howard University, graduated in 98, went to Tennessee State. I got my master's degree there, and I'm currently finishing my doctorate degree at Walden University. It has truly been a labor of love in research instead of using an instrument that already existed. I chose to take the hard way and made my own instrument. So instead of doing research the traditional way, I had to do it the Troy way. And it's taken forever for me to graduate, but to God be the glory.
Hey,
It is what it is.
it's going to happen when it's meant to happen.
That's right.
It's gonna happen. I just finished my bachelor's.
You gotta make that
Hey, I
face.
graduated in 2015, and it took 3 more years after 15 to finish one
And
math
we
class, but I
so
did
proud of
it.
you.
But I did it.
You did it.
So,
That's what matters.
moving forward, first off, let's plug the old book
Okay.
and then lead into the title of your new book and the explanation of the title.
Okay, so the first one is The Answers, A Parent's Guide to Discussing Racism with Children. I wrote that one at a time when I felt like it was a lot going on, working at a nonprofit organization, Parental Empowerment Institute, and a lot of parents kept asking, what do I say to my kid with all these kids being killed and murdered by police? What do I need to do? What do I need to know? And a lot of them were people who were non-black people that had either black children or were fostering black children or had some kind of dynamic like that, and they really were at a loss. So I wrote that book with that in mind, and it has a workbook that goes with it. The second two books, the answers discussing and defeating racism in America. And it's very similar. The content is very similar to the first one, but it's geared toward people who do not have children and who maybe want to have that conversation about racism with family members or in the workplace or just in their community. So they'll have the tools, the right vocabulary to actually have that conversation. I noticed on social media that a lot of people were having conversations and using bad vocabulary and bad ideology and thinking that black people can be racist and that kind of thing. Black people can't be racist. So I took a lot of research that's been compiled for the past 50 years. That's common knowledge to a lot of us in academia. And I put it in the book and tried to put it in layman's terms so people would really have access to that information and so that it wouldn't be foreign and people just thinking, that they can I just want people to have those tools. And after doing workshops and symposiums and sitting on panel discussions and doing a few different television shows, radio shows, I put together all that information to come up with this new book that I have out, The Answers to Intimacy, Why Men Need Oral Sex and Women Need to Talk. I did not know until I actually started doing really interacting with people online and in other ways about racism. I didn't know what a lot of needs were, and I didn't understand that racism is a direct barrier to intimacy. I did not know that. And so in that process, I put a lot of other research together and put this book out for people, because I know people really have a need to have a deep connection. And so I really want people to go deeper in their intentionality with their partners, with their spouses. Go deeper and not wider. No, you do not need to start having sex with dogs. No, you do not need 22 different women. Don't have other people in your bedroom. The person that you with really is enough. And doing a lot of public safety work and research with people who are sex workers, and doing work on the back end of that with people who support sex work. Most of them are married people. That is scary. And
Mm.
whether you like it or not, or agree with it or not, it's a reality, and we really need to deal with it. So I really kind of felt like a part of the revolution is loving intentionally and passionately at home. The revolution starts at home. I really believe that. And so I really want to encourage people to go deeper into intimacy, into your relationships with folks you love, and just whether it's your child, or your spouse or your partner,
Mm.
go deep with it and not wide with it.
All right.